Happy new comic book day, webheads. Guys, I stopped at the shop. I picked up my books. Just got back from picking up some lunch. In fact, some Firehouse. Gonna chow down and then I'm gonna share with you which books I picked up. Webheads, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and this is Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul. Fans, this is episode 536, and this is the video series where each and every week I share with you guys what I pick up at my LCS, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in Central Florida. So if you guys are ever in the area and you want great customer service and a great selection of comics, go ahead and stop by. Tell them that Mike Spider Slayer sent you. So guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into the mysterious black bag of comic books. And here we go, guys. It looks like we got two mysterious black bags. Number one and, of course, number two. So let's start with the first one. And the first one is a new slab. So here we go. There it is. What is it this week? Well, boom. We got this one right here. A Marvel team-up issue, as you get to see here. It was a nice-looking copy. And this was Marvel Team Up featuring Human Torch and the Son of Satan. And this grade was a 8.5. I thought this was a pretty cool looking cover. I thought it presented itself really well. Kind of maybe the back part of it was a little bit, a little bit rough, and that's why I got that 8.5 grade. This one is a Jerry Conway story. Sal Buscema, Vince Coletta art. Gil Kane and Frank, I can't say the dude's name, Human Torch and Son of Satan and Thing appearance. So yeah, I saw this there. I got it for a really good price. I think it was like $50. Not bad at all. So really excited about that slab there. Pretty cool to get an older book slabbed, right? All right, so let's go now into the big bag this week. And it wasn't a huge week for new comics, but I did get some back issues as well. So here is your stack of books. So here we go, guys. Here we go. So this book already came out a couple weeks ago, and I was lucky enough to get the recalled copies or destroyed copies. This is 8 Billion Genies. This is issue 2. Great series of these little genies that appeared by your side, and they give you a single wish. What do you wish for when it comes time to wish? Do you think about it? Do you just blow it off? Do you make all the obvious choices like wealth or love? There's all kinds of great things that happen. I read this story so far. I thought this second issue was really good. You get the insight of what's going on with the genies, kind of like the rules and what they can and can't do. So yeah, this is a fun story. I definitely recommend it, and it's cool that I already read it on top of it. All right, next we go on to another independent comic book this week, guys. This is Chip Zdarsky Public Domain. This is issue 1. It's crazy that he has a new independent comic book, and yet he's got Batman coming out very shortly. So I'm excited to read this particular issue and seeing what this new story has to offer for readers here. So yeah, Public Domain. Here's some of the interior artwork in case you guys are curious to see what this artwork looks like. So yeah, let's check it out. And if you guys read these books already, just let me know in the comments below on what you thought of them. Next, we have Scorch. This is issue 7. I had to get that Matina cover, man. And this cover was on my top 10 comic book covers of the week. And again, on the computer screen, it always looks very dark. But when you have one of his covers in your hand, you have to get the full appreciation. It looks so good. The detail is awesome. Scorched is a fun series with all the different Spawn characters in the book, right? And they're all teaming up and they're doing battle against Russia and the Russian soldiers and stuff like that. Cool stuff, man. Definitely recommend Scorched. All right, so now we got some Marvel thrown in here. We have the Variants issue 1. This is done by Gail Simone. Now, I'm very skeptical about this book because it has to do with different versions of a character.
We've gotten to see that in like the Loki series, and we're getting all these different versions of like King the Conqueror. We see it in the Edge of Spider-Verse, Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales. So what's going to be different about this book, right? I'm a Jessica Jones fan. I love the character. Hopefully she's written right and we care about the variants that are in her universe. We'll see what this first issue gives to its readers, if it's a good cliffhanger, and if you want to continue the book. All right. Next from Marvel, we have Venom. This is issue 3, Lethal Protector. So if you're not a fan of Venom right now, guys, in the main book, you can go back to old school, read Lethal Protector. This one is done by David Michelini, and you just get some old school characters. Is that the Claw that's right there on the bottom? I don't know. We'll see. I think it is, though. Maybe like a 90s version of him. And here's some of the other interior artwork where you got Eddie Brock in there. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of this series, and I'm enjoying it. I actually enjoy it better than the main series. But if you love the main series, that's fine too, man. That's why they make multiple books with the character, right? Now, I'm really excited about this one. This is Iron Cat issue 1, and this is a Jed MacKay book. Now, if you read Black Cat earlier, that was also done by Jed MacKay, and she teamed up with Iron Man in a story arc, and she actually wore this Iron Cat armor, which was a very interesting concept. I think Jed MacKay is the best writer for Black Cat. He really knows how to write her. He gives her a voice. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous here. Look at that. Wow, who does that artwork, man? Oh, is it Pepe Larraz? Or Pepe... This is Perez. Who is it? Perez. That's who it is. But yeah, that opening pages right here is outstanding. That's how Felicia's drawn, not like how she's drawn in Amazing Spider-Man. Wow, really well done. I can't wait to see what this book has to offer here for readers. Again, here's some more artwork right here. So good stuff, man. Looking forward to it. Jed MacKay is going to write again. Then I want to getting a variant cover here. Iron Cat, once again, issue 1. She's kind of in battle action, so that's a lot of fun. And then I got one of my favorite covers of the week, again from Top 10 Comic Book Covers, Iron Man Hellcat Annual, issue 1. This is the art germ cover, as you get to see Hellcat as she's slicing the cover open, and then it exposes Iron Man there. So I thought that was really cool. Now, when it comes to this series, I haven't read this series since probably around issue 5 or 6. I wasn't a fan with it. I felt like it was a big stall. I didn't care about Korvac. I didn't care about any of that stuff after a while. It just got old, right? But I really, honestly, got this book for that art germ cover. All right. Next, we run into another independent book, and this is issue 5 of Life Zero. Is this the last issue of this series? I don't remember if it's 5 or 6. So I'm just going to take a quick look here at the last page and see if this is the end. It says, to be continued. So maybe this is the last story arc. Yeah, I really love this book, guys. I've been preaching it all year long, as this was definitely a book that was not on my radar, and it slowly got better. And the reason why I picked it up was Giacchetto's artwork. The way he draws those zombies, the main characters in the book, they all look really good. So definitely looking forward to issue 5. All right, next we get this other new book from Vault. This is called Mindset. This is done by Zach Kaplan and John Pearson. I don't even know what this is about. Oh, it says it on the back. When an introverted tech geek accidentally discovers mind control, he and his friends do something unexpected. They put the science into an app to help users break their technology addiction. That's an interesting concept for a story. Weird artwork in here, right? It's very much like this painted style of artwork. So here is that story. So I don't know. Vault's been coming out with some pretty good stuff too. In fact, all independent books are coming out with great stuff. All right, so it looks like we're jumping back into Marvel here. We got Fantastic Four issue 1. I got this book last week, but I guess this variant was delayed, and this is like a reprint, I guess, of the foil variant. I don't know, man. It's just weird. I liked it because I liked the characters on there. I love the way the Hulk looked. I love Ghost Rider. Look at Spider-Man's pose. Wolverine looks cool. Just reminded me of 90s. You just got the old 90s logo there. You got the little corner box on the bottom there. So it reminded me of all that stuff. So that's why I picked that one up. So I don't know. I still got to finish reading this story. I think I read the first 2 pages. Another book from Marvel. We got She-Hulk. This is issue 4. It's been a long time since this book came out. In fact, I found out yesterday when we were doing Comic Book Weekly, we did the research. April was the last issue. So it's been almost 3 months since this book has come out. But this is Jennifer Walters. She's back. And she is trying to find out what happened with the Jack of Hearts because he showed up in her apartment and he's losing his powers. Here is some artwork in this book. Check out the page right here with Jennifer Walters being pinned down by like a beam from a building. That looks pretty cool. So it looks like there's some cool fight scenes in this book. I love it, man. I've loved the first 3 issues. So I'm looking forward to what this has to offer. All right, next is another book from Aftershock. This is the Naughty List. This is issue 3. I never got around to reading the second issue. The first issue was really good about this version of a Santa Claus, how this is his greatest gift and curse at the same time as he is Santa. He makes gifts for kids, but he lives forever. He never dies. He goes through life. You know, he sees his kids die, all kinds of stuff, all because he made this wish one day. Pretty interesting book. Had to deal with like human trafficking towards the end of the first issue with little kids, and he was pissed off. His dialogue, his narration is kind of comical at times. This is an interesting book. I got to read that issue 2 though before I dive into issue 3. All right. Next, we go into DC. We have Deathstroke Incorporated. This is issue 10. This is going to focus on year 1 of Deathstroke. Many other characters have gotten year 1 series, so why can't Deathstroke have his, right? So I'm interested, you know. Deathstroke Incorporated had a story arc before it led into Shadow War, and now we're going into the year 1 story. So this is just the next installment of this series here. Here's some of the interior artwork, and if a story continues to interest me, I'll continue to read it. So we'll see what happens. I need to have some kind of DC books in my pool, and I want them to be good. So again, we'll see what happens. So Deathstroke Incorporated, issue 10. Real quick, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to my Facebook group page members. Guys, thank you so much for keeping the group going. If you want to become part of the group and share your comic book day hauls, your grails, you want to have great comic conversations, go on, join Facebook group called Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. I'll make sure you're a real person, I'll prove you, and then you'll be part of the group. And once the fall happens, once again, guys, I will be doing weekly shout outs to the members out there. All right, so continuing once again with DC, we have Robin. This is issue 15. This is getting close to the end, guys. I think we have up to issue 17. One of my favorite series since it's come out in DC Comics. And when it ends and Joshua Williamson is no longer on this book, I'm going to be definitely disappointed. We're going to go back to the Lazarus Island in the last couple issues of this book. And then it looks like eventually Damian Wayne is going to confront Flatline once again. And we're going to see what their relationship is going to be like. And it's not necessarily taking place in this issue. This is more of a Talia al Ghul-centric issue, but it's going to lead into the whole Flatline situation. All right, next we wind up getting Batman Detective Comics. This is issue 1061. I think this is Tamaki's last issue on this run before we get Ron V back on it. I could be wrong. There might be another one. Artwork looks pretty good. I have not been technically really into this Riddler story. I'm kind of over Tamaki's run on Detective Comics. Just hasn't really captured me all that much. And this is kind of like a filler story arc until she leaves, until Ron V takes over the book. So I'm really just collecting it because I have previous issues. So this story doesn't really interest me all that much. All right, next, though, this is a story that does interest me. This is DC Vampire Killers DC versus Vampires. This is Killers one shot. So this one is centered around Harley Quinn. The last one we had was centered around what was it? Was it Nightwing and Damian Wayne? Yeah, it was Damian Wayne. He was like the vampire hunter, right? And we got to see a revelation between him and Nightwing. So this one focuses around Harley a bit more. So we're gonna see what she does in this universe. This is a great series overall, guys. I've had a lot of fun with DC versus Vampires. Looking forward to more. All right. With that, winds up coming the DC versus Vampires Killers, right, variant cover. So this is obviously that homage cover to Todd McFarlane, and it looks like this time he's got the entire moon in the background, so that's pretty cool. I love the bats in the background. I love how evil Batman looks there. This is a great cover always, man. Great cover. And then speaking of more Batman, we got Batman Beyond the White Knight. This is issue 4. So we got that going on right there. Really pretty good series with these characters in here with Terry McGinnis and just Batman and Bruce Wayne trying to find the Batman Beyond armor because if it's in the wrong hands, bad things can happen. They're on the lookout for Harley Quinn's daughter. She's gone missing. She's one of the twins. She could be one of the evil ones out of the two. Overall, pretty good story. The Sean Murphy Batman universe is really well done, so I look forward to every single issue here. All right, next, more Batman. We have Batman Catwoman. This is issue 12. So this is a book that I have not read since issue 1. However, it has a wedding on here. Batman Catwoman wedding. So a wedding is actually happening, I guess, in this Batman book, in this universe, I guess, or a different timeline. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on in this book. But I love the cover because I think this cover is done by Clayman, and the artwork in this book is done by Clayman, and the artwork is always absolutely gorgeous. He is a top tier artist for DC Comics, and I love looking at all the characters in here. And so that's why I had to pick this up. Like, look at that page right there. Man, so good. And then look at the cover. Just a, fold out cover or whatnot. So great stuff here. I don't know if I'm going to read it. Maybe I might. We'll see. But just bought it because of the artwork and the cool cover. All right. Next, we go to Boom Studios. We have Berserker issue 9. This book is pretty cool, man. It's kind of like almost like a rinse and repeat type of thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to fight a lot of people. I heal. You need to find out my past, where I came from. And the government is trying to get Berserkers like DNA so they can create super soldiers and whatnot. And they're trying to say that they will cure him or make him at least mortal so he can die. That's kind of the deal that he has with the government by providing them all this information. It's been an interesting book. Same thing. It seems like it's been a while since we got an issue. It's always very gory. It always has a lot of action. Story progression's a little slow, but hey, it's all right. It's a lot of fun for me. All right. And then I wound up getting a little stack of Spider-Man books this week. Very affordable books. But I was like, let me take them all, right? Because it doesn't matter if I have them or not. I will always collect some Spider-Man books. And the first one we got is Maximum Carnage, part 12 of 14, and Spider-Man issue 37. Guest starring Marvel's greatest action heroes. This is a great cover. And I don't have this book. I really don't. Because I don't remember these two fighting, and he's got a spiderweb shield. So that was pretty cool. So I'm pretty sure this is a new book for me. So I scored on that one. I'm pretty sure I have this one somewhere in my collection. But if I don't, I have it now. This is issue 35 of the same series of Spider-Man. So it's kind of cool because you get like Venom, Carnage, Demo Goblin, Shrek, and Doppelganger. I mean, that's cool, man. So you get all those characters on one cover. So I was like, yep, score. Then I wound up getting this Amazing Spider-Man issue 380. Pretty sure I have this book too. But again, I love seeing all these different characters on the cover where you have Carnage, dangling all the heroes like puppets. That is awesome. Again, these are all Maximum Carnage issues. This is part 11 of 14 of the little run there. Then I wound up getting Amazing Spider-Man issue 378. Again, I probably have this. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Only paid $6 for it, but it's another awesome cover with Carnage and Venom fighting against each other, and Spider-Man's looking in the background. Some Mark Bagley artwork there, so that's pretty cool. And what's this one? 362. So yeah, that's quite a ways away from that one in the back there. So I was like, yep, sweet. Then I got another Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 374. Nostalgic cover. A lot of people know this cover as well. This is Venom Attacks, and you get to see him, you know, in control of these two people. So again, another Mark Bagley cover. And then I got Web of Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage Part 6 of 14 here. We get to see these guys fighting against each other. That's pretty awesome as well. So yeah, I scored on all of these. And then this is Spider-Man Unlimited. This is issue 2. This is where these two are fighting. Venom's getting involved. Maximum Carnage, the conclusion. This was the most expensive out of that lot of books. I think this book went for $3.95 at the time, and now it's like $10. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool book as well. So there you guys have it. There is the haul. There's a decent amount of books, new books, Spidey books, Slab. We got a little bit of everything. Guys, thank you so much for watching this week. I'll leave you more content right here to click on. In fact, this is my top 10 most anticipated comics for next week. Don't forget to make that list so you don't miss out on those newest comic books. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, always read your comics. Guys, take care. I'll see you real soon. Bye.